children should be given the same opportunities allotted to every child. According to Common Core Mississippi, these standards are benchmarks that give teachers a better understanding of what students need to accomplish in order to progress from grade to grade. The state of Mississippi made the decision to adopt these standards, so we need to make the most of this, making it as beneficial to our children as possible. Today I want to persuade you to support the Common Core standards and possibly aid in the improvement process. I feel very strongly about the positive effects of the Common Core standards. I feel kids need to be able to read and write when they graduate from high school. Children in lower economic areas should be taught at the same levels that kids in other well-off areas are taught. I am convinced that people need to know the advantages of Common Core standards and its benefits to our children. I plan to convince you to support Common Core standards based on three standards. What Common Core standards are, the advantages of the standards, and how they might not be perfect, but they are on the right track. Let me begin with what the Common Core standards are. The Common Core Standards Initiative defines the Common Core as a set of clear college and career-ready standards for kindergarten through the 12th grade in English language, literacy, and mathematics. These standards have been adopted in 44 states across the country. The standards are designed to make sure children are prepared to enter a community college or university and pass the courses needed. The involvement of teachers in the making of the Common Core standards should help the standards be a better fit for our children. Many advantages exist with the implementation of the Common Core standards into our school system. Students will actually learn more than they used to with Common Core. Common Core Mississippi states that the implementation of the standards will push children to learn more in order to reach the higher standards set before them. Children will master their skills at an earlier age as well. Students will graduate from high school with a clear knowledge of what is expected of them in college, leading to a more successful college education. English, language arts, and mathematics are the areas that the Common Core focuses on. Children will gain knowledge in areas such as reading, writing, speaking, and listening. These areas will be of great importance in future career and life situations. The content area required for English includes classical myths and stories from around the world, America's founding documents, Foundation American literature, and Shakespeare. The mathematics standards will be applied to real-life situations. The areas in mathematics that will be stressed will include whole numbers, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, fractions, and decimals. With Common Core, kids will be ready for college and the difficulty of the material covered during their college career. They won't have to keep retaking courses in college or remedial courses that they might have without these standards being set. According to a recent ACT study, only 31% of children in the 11th grade were ready to start their college careers. Critical thinking will also help children to learn and to think more outside the box. I really think Common Core will give our children a better chance at success in the future. Common Core may not be perfect, but it is a step in the right direction for our children and the equality of the education provided. Our children are put on a level playing field. All children will be required to learn the same material at the same level of competency, with the material being the same universally. I do think the way it may be implemented may need some work. I do not think that taking answer choices out of tests or allowing a child to explain a wrong answer and still get credit is the right way to go. I do think that learning needs to be more simplified, not made harder. The areas they master will be best understood if it is not overly complicated. In closing, I hope I have convinced you to give Common Core a chance. You know what Common Core is, the advantage it gives to each of our children, and that it might need some tweaking, but still is a step in the right direction. I hope you learned that the Common Core standards are not as bad as they might first sound. With a little work, I feel they can allow our children a step towards the successful lives and careers they deserve.